Welcome back to Metroid Prime 4. Let us resume exploring this frigid area. Okay, did it say 2 out of 2? Yes. So I can get through here now. Was there something else that required the lasso? Yes. It doesn't look like there's any reason to do this. I'm gonna do it anyway. That's weird, it actually made me scan it first. Maybe that's because it goes into the logbook. Maybe that's how they prevent you from missing that. Kind of like a star constellation. Bro Ryan.
Whatever you're doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Light maintenance tank. A smaller version of the regular maintenance tank, developed to perform tasks in narrow passages. Okay. Fire. Oh, Jesus. I am still fumbling the controls. There's so many control schemes to remember in these games now. There's the original GameCube controls, there's the gyro controls, the Pro Controller controls. Mouse controls. Did you just do a little EMP when I got close? Yes, he did. Okay, there's the snowflake again. It's the cold area, so naturally it would look like a snowflake. I wonder if this is a log entry. Yes, it is. Saving behavioral records. If we can save behavioral records, can we also remove them? I have some behaviors that I wouldn't mind eliminating. Shit's locked, yo. Hello? Oh, I see a morph ball thing. So, this room then? Oh, and there's something up top too. Is there a room that's like right above this one and the floor above? Yeah, there kind of is. Maybe. I'll worry about that later. Well, this is great. As much as that the desert area is a little dull, all of these sections are really good. Test capsule with temperature control function contains a blood sample. Experimental capsule containing a TK code. The classic Metroid Prime item acquisition sound effect. Test capsule with temperature control function contains samples of a poisonous liquid. Contains a prototype medicine. Contains a body tissue sample. Is that it in here? Come on, get in there. I'll get you, bitch. That's a good combo. Charge shot and then missile. You can do it pretty quickly. Those terminals kind of look like aliens themselves. So does this. Looks like a bunch of dudes hanging out. Ooh. Look at that pretty blue. That looks really good. Damn. Sometimes I think the Switch's technological limits can be a good thing. Day 138, attempt. We were so close. It seemed like we had succeeded in disabling the problematic genes and also resetting the cells, causing the rapid proliferation process to replicate normal genetic information and restore their state. However, for some reason, we were unable to stabilize it. The subjects reverted. Right now, I want to check over the genetic analysis to see if there were any problems in our process. I do not want this setback to have been for nothing. Somebody, when they were making these logs, they read the stuff from the first Prime, from the previous Prime games, and they're like, we gotta use big words. We gotta use some big words in here, fellas. Part of the cryopod rail system, the column secures and releases pawns for distribution. Some people, when they like try to sound smart, they'll try to use big words, but they end up just like making words up. Transport cart has clamps for fastening containers and specialized omni wheels for improved maneuvering. Omni wheels, man. You gotta get some of those. Ice that has thickened over time, it can be melted using high temperature tools. Those little guys are there to draw your attention to that. Cryopod, equipped with life preservation systems, able to keep specimens dormant semi-permanently. Switches to an internal battery if disconnected from power. There's a good shot at their face. Very xenomorph-like. That's kind of cool. Spooky noises when you get close to them. Griever specimen, completely frozen due to the drop in laboratory's temperature. No life signs detected. Battery depletion ultimately led to specimen's death. It is frozen completely. He looks like he's about ready to jump out. Okay, this is pretty easy. It just kind of slows down. Oh my god, I didn't even notice this. You got a whole damn room full of these fuckers. So, what does that mean? Are these things are the Lemorn? They said they were like regressing or something. Research diary, day 205, limit. Since the lab experiments began, several subjects have been brought in each day. The lab is close to capacity, and tragically, countless brethren have lost their lives while securing these subjects. I think we should stop gathering subjects, if only because our restoration experiments have thus far been unsuccessful. This is like when you read the logs left by the researchers in Resident Evil 3, where they just keep like dumping massive amounts of bodies in the disposal or whatever the hell it was. The dead factory. Is it a factory that's dead, or is it a factory that produces the dead? That's the joke. Alright, and once I get these controls down, I'll be unstoppable. I'm at the low point. I'm at the control fumbling stage. Uh-oh, this one's like melting. There's gonna be ones running around in here. Research sample storage capsule. Liquid appears to be a sedative variant. Research diary, day 81, awakening. The subject is in hibernation in the cryopod, and its metabolism is at minimum levels. Unfortunately, we are unable to perform the experiments we'd like with the subject in this state. If the subject's metabolic function is inactive, a reversal of its rapid cellular proliferation cannot occur. First, we must wake the subject and restore its normal metabolic function. This also means restoration of consciousness, so appropriate sedation will be crucial. As soon as you thaw that sucker out, he's going to start wilding out. And there's going to be Lamorne guts everywhere. Surely nothing terrible will happen in this room. This is real. Oh man. This looks amazing. This is fantastic environment design. Recovery pod B1, whatever. Used to place specimens in stasis and heal damage to their internal organs. Pod now in low power mode. Hey, let's open it up! Is that just like a liquid effect? Thermo. Used to place specimens in stasis and heal damage to their internal organs. Griever enclosed after an experimental Lamorne restoration procedure. Pod glass destroyed. Cell culture and preservation liquid has leaked. Life signs of the specimen Griever have ceased. Specimen Griever is alive and preserved. Uh-oh. Specimen Griever's metabolism currently at minimum. All readings from Specimen Griever read normal. I wish they wouldn't. Griever specimen, no life signs detected. Cryopod cell culture. Isn't that the same thing that it said? Analysis implies extended neglect led to the specimen's death. He's all dried out. What are these freaking things called? Griever. It's Griever jerky. Up some. Okay. Recovery pod management terminal tracks the state of the contained specimen and sends data to a remote database. Operates normally in low power mode. Research sample contains a blood sample. Day 97. analysis. We are monitoring subjects who have had GE administered here. What, genetic engineering? Regardless of GE concentration, there do not appear to be any significant differences. We see regeneration without an apparent mutation to alter the cells. We see regeneration without an apparent mutation to alter the cells. Furthermore, no matter how deep our analysis, we have yet to see any apparent chromosome abnormalities. It is almost as if they are natural creatures. Put another way, if we were to judge based on DNA, there are no significant differences between them and us. What is going on? Standby mode. One of these is not like the other. That's what the game is here. Yank it right into her face. Giggity. Okay, you guys, like, stay like that. Don't make me come back in here. Mind your manners. Day 117, Breakthrough. We may have had a breakthrough today. Until now, we presumed that the physical transformation was triggered by something in the crystals causing compositional change in the GE, which would in turn cause an abnormality in gene transcription. Yet that is not the case. In actuality, an unused region of the brain linked with the crystals is stimulated, and as a result, genes that would normally have stayed pseudogenes were transcribed. I now wonder, are we unlocking a blocked evolutionary branch? This would mean the great tragedy was merely one possible evolution of one potential future. So, with that in mind, what would happen if, when administering GE, we disabled those genes at the moment that the rapid cellular proliferation is triggered? There should be sufficient value in attempting this to justify altering the ballistase system's programming. Unknown DNA samples. Sorry, those were mine. This mat is made of a hardened gel material. Without returning them to consciousness? Is that one of the missile ones? Cap must be removed with physical force, then that's this. Ice cap zone. Okay, that looks like a boss. Ooh, I see something in here. Missile. Always a welcomed addition. Kind kind of burning out in there. I hope this isn't the boss. Are all the bosses just going to be like shapes? Ballast system. Primarily used to perform experimental autopsies. Online activation will set it to operating mode. It's going to start firing medical lasers all over the place. That'd get your anxiety going if you went into the doctor's office and that's what you were looking up at. Containing a TK code. That would have been a great time to ambush the player with the actual boss fight when you think like, oh, let me get closer to mess with this thing. It's one of Link's shields. Oh, I've got all four. I can go back to the snowflake. Haven't forgotten about that one. Boink, boink, boink. Day 214, resignation. Our researchers are running very low resources. Our resources are running very low, and we are almost out of the chemicals needed for research and experiments. At the same time, progress remains at a standstill. Naturally, there is a rising sense of panic and resignation. We cannot hope for more chemicals to arrive, and if we use up what we have before the experiment succeeds... No. Even if it succeeds, and with what we have left, and we're losing researchers, everyone is likely thinking the same thing. That everyone's going to get a promotion. Everyone's going to get a promotion.
Looks like you made it through another floor. You're getting close to the generator.
And we're all going to visit a nice toasty hot spring. Cute little fellas. Look at them. Aren't they cute? Can you imagine if we could have shown this game to us, like, back around the time that Prime 3 came out? We would have shitted. Oh, fuck. These little guys are annoying. It's reminding me that, like, I only know how to handle those in the older Prime games because I have their locations memorized. Ooh, what do we have here? Blue Krauk. Chirotira variant that flies using their patagium wings. The leader guides their colony by emitting sound waves from their antennae. I learned how to pronounce the plural of antennae, from them. The old science fiction film about the giant ants. When the scientist dude goes, "Shoot the antennae!" There's a direct line from that film to this one. That movie influenced Alien, and Alien influenced Metroid. If you like old movies, you should check that out. That is an amazing science fiction film. Oh shit. Shit, shit, shit. Oh. Oh. Good thing that only takes 10 health. Ow! Oh, you cheeky fuckers. That made my stomach jump. The anchor chain joiner connecting the wind turbine to the rock wall is damaged. Okay, shoot at it. There we go, there's a nice stable way across. Ah! Oh, I panicked. Wow! Should I wait? I think I should. I hear a very old stock wind sound effect in there. It's been manipulated a little bit, but... Oh god. Oh god. Oh. It's the same wind sound effect they used for Wind Waker. The Green Room. Cargo gondola lift, used for transporting cargo and research staff over the valleys below. Reinforced cables proof it against strong winds. Currently offline. Man, those little guys keep getting me. Need to slow down, scan rooms before I move. Sure, that's offline. Mm-hmm. More lore. These logs are really good. Day 289, records. There is little more we can do. Every experiment has ended in failure, and the results remain unchanged. If we put the facility into low power mode, it should remain intact for as long as there are maintenance tanks to look after it. We can leave behind our records, but will anyone ever see them? And if so, will they succeed where we could not? No, this is not the time for doubt. We must do everything we can. Oh, that's fog. I thought that was a wall of ice. That looks really good. So apparently the Switch 2 version of this runs in 120 frames per second. I remember I used to say, there's no difference between 30 and 60 FPS, but I was very wrong about that. 60 FPS is extremely addictive. I don't know if I've ever seen a comparison between 60 and 120. At what point can you really not tell the difference? Ooh. The hell? Oh, fuck off. They always get me while I'm trying to admire the scenery. There's like nasty stuff coming out of there. Again, you little shit. Get the fuck out of here. Alright, nobody's around. I can read. I can read in peace. Day 293. Query. We have finally reached the end of our resources. Tomorrow, we will abandon this lab, and, at Chitoya's instruction, move to Chrono Tower, built in Soul Valley. We will not be able to save our brethren. Why could we not find a way to stabilize the Griever cells when they reverted to their Lemorn counterparts? What did we miss? I will ponder this for the rest of my life. No, Lemorn, you are the Griever. Why is that red? Is that just this little guy? No. Something, there's an enemy that's showing up on the map here. Not him. Oh, this keeps going down farther. Just walk away. Let him fly into the wall. Just walk away. Engine room, I presume. The rooms don't have names either. Oh yeah, they do. Never mind. More lore. I want to know more of this story. This is good. Day 294. Prayer. Just now, the main generator has stopped. This means that the boiler we use for heat will also stop, the temperature will drop, and I expect the facility will be frozen solid. The area will switch to low power mode, which uses wind energy. This should be enough to maintain operation of the cryopods in which our brethren sleep. I believe we have done everything we could here, but ultimately, we could not save our kind. I am overwhelmed with helplessness. I trust the words of Shatoya that someday our savior will appear. All I can do right now is pray. I am Togrun, and I am utterly defeated. I know that feel, bro. Just go hit the gym. That always makes me feel better. It really does something for your caveman brain. Grug lift heavy rock, grug feel good. That looks cool. That's a neat looking hologram. I vaguely remember some kind of puzzle like that in Prime 3. Where it wasn't just like a one-time lasso use, you had to move stuff around with it. This was all you guys had to do to turn the power back on? Oh, man. It's got the symbol. We know what that means. Oh yeah, that totally helps. Locking on. Backing up. Backing up. Backing up. The music kicks in. The music in this isn't bad, but I must...
You've got the power back on. Rendezvous up top and we'll talk next steps.
It's not hitting me like the previous games did. Oh. Almost missed this. This soundtrack is better than Dread, though. Like, much better than Dread. Prime 1 and 2's soundtracks are big shoes to fill for me, though, because, I mean, those soundtracks have been in my playlist, like, since those games came out. Prime 3 had some good music, too. Not quite as much, though. 3, unfortunately, went more in, like, the cinematic movie score bullshit. I'll give this game that. They didn't go in that direction, which is nice. They obviously listened to Metroid music from previous games and said, alright, let's do that. This one's pretty good, I like this. Sorry for the coughing. However, the device it controls is frozen. Can I change that? That doesn't look like meltable. It's background snow. Oh god, what? Oh, it's just steam. Well, they're getting cheeky with it because now you know that like shit's getting thawed out. The groupers or whatever the hell they're called are going to be out there. Electric shit. Okay, I'm gonna stop the part here, but I'll be back soon with more Metroid Prime 4.